All right, what's up, guys? VV back with another video. And in today's video, guys, as you can see on the screen here, we've got a pretty random, chill video lined up for today. We're going to be going through 3 leaders. Okay, we've got 9 games to go over, 3 of each one of these 3 leaders to go over on the sim today. Today's meant to be a more lighthearted, chill video, right? I want to show you guys some decks I've been working on, some ideas I have, especially for Red, Blue, Marco, and Blackbeard. I've got some what I think are pretty cool ideas we'll be checking out in today's video. Okay, so with that in mind, let's go ahead and dive into this. Like I said, the main reason we're doing these random leaders today is I've got some videos I need to get out of storage. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we got to get through these so we can move on and do more focused content on other things in the meta and things like that. So bear with me today, guys. We're going to be a little all over the place, but I think we're going to have a lot of fun while we do it. So with that in mind, let me lay out the video. First things first, we will check out all 3 of the different deck lists that we're running today. Then we will hop over to check out 9 games on the sim. That's right, 9 games, 3 of each of the leaders you see on the screen here. Okay, and then we'll wrap things up. I'll tell you guys what I think about it, and we'll finish it out in that way. Okay, guys? All right, let's do this. Let's get into this. If you guys, I'll have everything time-stamped in the general description. I'll have all relevant deck lists and links and stuff like that down in the comment section below. And of course, if you guys have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please do not hesitate to put those in the comment section below as well, or hop on the VB Theory Discord. Link is in the channel description. And one more thing to say, today is Wednesday. We stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays now here on YouTube on the channel. And so hope to see you guys there after the stream, or after you watch the video. Now, let's do this, guys. Let's get into this. First things first, we got to check out the deck list that we're doing today. This one's a real shocker, okay? This one might surprise a lot of people. That's right, guys. This is the Blackbeard list we're going to be messing with today. I'm not saying this will be super competitive, but I think there's a cool idea here we're going to look at. We're going to be exploring today. Look at this, guys. So, 4 Shigan finger gun or finger pistol. Most people know about this one. And most people know about This Is My Age, Liberation. Okay, nothing too crazy there, but what are all these others? We got Tempest Kick Sky Slicer. Okay. This is mainly for the to trash with our leader effect, by the way, and then the trigger to draw 2 cards. Then we have Gum Gum King Kong Gun with not a single Dressrosa character in here. Again, this is for trashing with the leader effect and the trigger to draw 3 trash 2. Then we have Barrier. This one's probably not the worst in the world. Out of all the cards on here, this one's probably pretty usable within, what this deck is trying to achieve. We can get to 15 cards in the trash pretty easily, right? But then, look at the trigger. Draw 2 trash 1. All right. You guys see what's going on now, I'm sure. We know about Liberation. We know about This Is My Era. And then Shockwave. This is just a great defensive event. I've seen a lot of Blackbeard decks actually run this card. Maybe not a lot, but I've seen a few of them do it. And it's just a good event. It's a 2-cost 4K counter that can pop a 3 or less active character. The trigger can pop a 4 or less. So it is a very powerful effect there. Right, guys? So this is the list we're going to be messing around today for Blackbeard. Very crazy, very wonky, I will admit to that. It's a pretty wild list, but I think we're going to have a little bit of fun with it. We're still running Lafitte to search up the Burgess and the Marshall D. Teach. We're running Van Auger for a little bit of extra cost reduction, and Doc Q, just an early card, a card to drop down early to mess with stuff. And notice this, guys, when this card gets KO'd and this card gets KO'd, what does it do? Draws a card. You guys see the little miniature, the little sub theme, the side quest for this deck is we have a lot of ways to draw cards. Look at this. We have 4, 8, 12 ways from the trigger to draw cards. Okay, so we're trying to exploit that a little bit. In worst case scenario, we just trash these cards with our effects, right? With our, with our leader effect to shut off their own place for the turn. So I think we might have something here. This might be a little bit of fun. True to Bastardo was kind of like the last 2 spots open. I do think there's probably going to be room for something else we can mess with here, especially this card whenever we get access to this in OP10. And I believe when I built this deck, I think it was right before we got access to the EB02 cards. The OP10 and EB02 cards is when I last messed with this. So that's why there's nothing new in here at all. But still, again, you'll see. I think some people will be kind of surprised at how this pans out. Not saying it's busted or anything, but it was pretty cool. Now let's move over to the Gecko Moria deck. This is all the way down under G for Gecko. I think it's Gecko 9 or something like that. Let me find it real quick. Okay, yeah. Now, this is a pretty standard Navy style, or, you know, I don't know how else to say it. This is basically a Thriller Bark Navy combination deck here. And, yeah, this is what what we can expect to see from Gecko today. This is the most standard list we'll be looking at. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Just pause it. You know, I'll have, actually, I say pause it. I'll have the deck list in the comment section. You can just copy paste it if you want to try it. Okay? But not much to talk about here. I'm messing around with Brook. We have the Absalom still. We have the way to fill up our trash with cards like Sindri. Really good 2K counters with Sindri, Perona, and Suru. We have the brand new to search to fill up our trash. We got the 8-cost Gecko. Pretty standard list here. Nothing too special. But I am messing around with the Rebecca to try this idea out as well. Okay, and then last but not least, we have a red-blue Marco list. This is all the way down by RU for red-blue. And this one, I believe, is called Revo Z. Here it is. I believe this is the list we'll be trying today. Now, one more thing I do want to mention about this list is I have shown this off in a previous video, and I think even in what we're going to be seeing today, I do think I'm actually running this right here. I think I am running a few of these in the deck, and I think what I did was I was running like 2, 2, and then 2, or something along those lines. So there is a small difference you'll see in the video versus what you see on the screen here, but generally speaking, I believe this is what we'll be running today. I can't remember how much I modified it, but I'm pretty sure this is still a majority Revo Army list. Okay? All right, guys, so those are the 3 lists we're going to be messing around with. First up will be Blackbeard, 3 games of Blackbeard, then 3 games of Gecko, and then 3 games of Red Blue Marco. Okay? So let's do this, guys. You know, let's get into it. Let's check these games out. A lot of games to go over today on the sim. This should be a lot of fun. I know for some people this seems like the most random video ever, but hey, bear with me, guys. Sometimes you just got to get through your storage of all these games that, you know, with the content creator, you know, you save up a lot of games. I mean, that's what I do. I can't speak for every content creator, but I record a lot of games as I'm playing, and sometimes they just get piled up where it's like, dude, we got to get rid of some of these. And so videos like this exist for that reason, right? So, okay. Now, anyway, let's get into this. Let me get the volume off. Let's get the speed on 2x. And here we go. So normally speaking, I think Marshall D. Teach is doing very well into Enel. But remember, guys, this version of the list is not your standard version of, look at my hand, guys, not your standard version of Marshall D. Teach. Okay, so we're going to pass here. And, you know, we had no turn 1 play. They swing in. We could have used a Shockwave there to pop the Flampe, but do we really care about that? I think the answer is no. We're going to slam down the Burgess, and we're going to trash a card from our hand. Yeah, I guess we'll just trash the Tempest Kick Sky Slicer. Who cares, right? Who cares about that card? We have a card they cannot KO now. Black Hole is activated. They can't do any on play effects. They'll swing in. We'll do the top search here. Now, I am trying to search up. I am trying to get to my my Marshall D. Teaches. That is still a major part of this deck's win condition. We're going to, again, guys, we are going to trash a card every single turn to turn off the their leader effect, because look at all the cards we have in our hand that are pretty much useless. They're going to swing in for 5 here. They're actually getting way more aggressive than a usual NL deck, I think, would. But I get it. They're going to swing in for 5. We're going to take that as well. Going down to 1 life very early, guys. I'm trying to get to my 10-cost Blackbeards. They're going to swing for 6 here. I think we're just going to go ahead and use this barrier to go +2. And they play out a Shirahoshi. So now we can try to go for the board a little bit. We'll go 5 into 1. They're not going to save that card, obviously. There's 0 reason to do that. I think we're going to play out the Van Augur, play out the Lafitte. I think I should smash into this this Frankie here, and then we'll be good. So we go 7 into 5. They might give me a blocker. Let's see what happens. I don't think they should. I guess I can tell you that much right now. Yep, we'll swing 7 more into 5. So they gave me a 0-cost 3K, guys. Their hand is getting very low here. Okay, so now we're going to trash, well, we're going to play out the Lafitte first, do a search. Nice, we got the 10-cost Blackbeard, that's what we were looking for. We're going to Shigan Finger Pistol, we're going to pass the turn, trashing a Gum Gum King Kong gun. And guess what, guys? We have 2 Dawn active for Shockwave, or Barrier, if we want to save a Shockwave for something else. And yeah, I mean, this is not the worst spot to be in, to be honest, guys. Like, looking at the board, this looks like normal Blackbeard, right? Okay, they swing into my Lafitte. That saved me a card there. They have 9 Dawn on the field. They're going to play out Yamato. Yeah, they can't do anything with that. I'm on 10 Dawn now, guys. Yeah, as it turns out, I'm on 10 Dawn. So I'm going to swing in for, I think I should swing 5, 8, 8 here. Yep. And then, well, first play out the Marshall D. Teach, obviously. We'll swing for 8. He'll take this. We'll swing for 8. I'm sure he'll take this. And now we're going to play out the Marshall D. Teach. We're going to shut down the leader, and I'm going to make a reconnect attack with Yamato. I'll trash a True Number Starter from my hand. Don't need that card. And here we go. Now, if I untap my Dawn, look at this, guys. If I untap next turn, my Barrier and my Shockwave are active because I have 14 cards in my trash. They're going to go 15 and 8. All right, you got it, bud. That thing is yours. So we're going to do a search here. We grab another Marshall D Teach. A little bit late, to be honest, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. We have tons of counter power right now. I think we can. We might just try to go for a game as well. We could. Well, actually, we probably can't quite go for a game, but we are going to get rid of the Shirahoshi. I'm going to leave 5 Dawn active here. I'm going to swing for 5. He has to counter out of this, guys. He just simply must, right? And I'm going to leave 5 Dawn active because I have a Shockwave and a Barrier. Okay. We'll see what they choose to do. Probably trash the Van Augur here, and we'll just sit on this right here. So I can stop one attack no matter what, guys. I can go plus 12 right now and get to 17. So one attack is not going through, and then I also have a 12K, 12,000 power Teach as well as a blocker. They're going to swing in for 12. Okay, well, I think we should just take this and say, go ahead, swing for 12. I dare you. Okay, well, hey, I dared him, and he did take us up on it, right, guys? We're going to block here. We'll give him a 1K counter. And now what, guys? Now what is he supposed to do? Marshall D. Teach, we're going to use the effect to turn his leader attack off. We'll swing for 5. Guys, remember, he will not be able to activate on... Well, I should have used my leader effect as well in case he had a very strong on-play effect. But, yeah, he did not. So, guys, what happened there? Why didn't he use his leader effect? Because we nullified it with the Marshall D. Teach. And get this, because he has nothing else on the board, next turn, if he tried to swing all in, I can just block with my Marshall D. Teach, and he can't swing with the Yamato because of the Teach's effect. So, very, very decent showing there against... I mean, I will say Enel is probably... How do I say this? Marshall D. Teach is definitely favored into Enel, but that's okay. It was still a good game. Hey, how's about a game versus Shanks? Okay, how's about we get a game in versus Shanks with this new list? With this fun, kooky new list here. So we've got the Lafitte here. We're going to do a search. Yep, the card we need is Teach. Burgess would have been the next best option there. It might have been the only other option. I didn't see the ball, but that was unfortunate. We had to get rid of a Burgess. So we're just going to smash in for 9. We're not really in a rush here. We'll trash a Tempest Kick Sky Slicer. Not like we can use it for anything else right now, right, guys? And who knows, too, with that Tempest Kick Sky Slicer, with all the new stages popping up, maybe that card becomes decent. And again, it's like the most... It feels so good to trash that card with the leader effect. It's like, wow, I'm actually getting some kind of value here. So he's probably going to use leader effect, -1 to use a 1K counter. Yep, that's the right call. And now for 5 Dawn, I think I should just slam down a Van Augur. We'll trash a card for the turn. Gum Gum King Kong Gun, and your turn. It is my opponent's turn now. They do not get to use their own play effects this game, guys. We're not going to let them do that at all. We're going to take that hit. They play out an ace. We don't really care about that. Now we'll probably... I like this. Play out Lafitte first. We'll grab something here. I'm going to Van Augur to -3 that. We're just going to deal with it immediately, and then we're going to swing in for 5. I should swing in for 5 here. Yeah, just swing in for 5. Or trash a card first, and then we could just pass even. Okay, swing in for 7. I think I should have kept my Dawn active there, guys. I'm going to be honest for the Shockwave, but he's probably going to swing 5 into the Lafitte. Yeah, so maybe it wouldn't have mattered. Going to slam down maybe a Rusher here. Yep, Monkey D Dragon. He can attach the final Dawn to it. Goes 10 at face. I'm not upset about that. I'm not upset about going 10 to face here because watch this. Yep. That's what this leader does, or excuse me, that's what this character does. We're going to swing 5 into face, 6 into face, trash a card. You have no on-play effects. You can't swing with Dragon. I have a blocker. They're going to slam down the Shanks here. Honestly, dang, I don't have a great way to get out of this. I can block and go 1K, 1K, or I could let the card go and draw a card. I like that better. Okay, we're obviously going to block that one, and there we go. Now it's our turn. Now we're going to play out the effect again. We're going to shut down those cards. And we're going to swing in for 5. He has to give me a counter there, guys. If he didn't, that would be crazy talk. And now we'll trash this card, lock him down for the turn with the on-play effects, and we're coming in for 12. Remember, guys, he cannot swing with Shanks, the 10-cost body this turn. He's going to swing for 5. I think we should just take this. It looks like we're going to counter out very aggressively. I think we should have just taken it, guys. He's going to swing for 9. We can block here. Okay, yep. And then what? He's going to play out another Shanks, go 12 into 11, 1K, 1K. And, yeah, there we go, guys. He's just going to leave. He only has a 2K, a 1K, and a 1K in hand. So we could literally go swing 11, swing 11. That would go through, and then we still have a 15K attack, right? So all we needed was one of these 11Ks to go through. Or, excuse me, I guess they are 10. Hang on, so I could go swing 11, swing 11, swing 13. That's what I would do. Both 11s would have won me the game, though, right? Because he only has 2K, 1K, 1K in hand. That's going to get out of a 9, and I guess he can drop me down to 10 with the leader effect. So, yeah, swing 11, swing 11, swing 13. Like I said, only one 11K has to get through, and the 13 is going to finish it off almost no matter what. And the truth is, in this situation, he couldn't get out of any of them. So, good game to my opponent there. That was kind of fun. That was kind of interesting, right, guys? And let's just say I swung for 11, he got out of it, and we swung for 11 more, and he got out of it, guys. Here's the crazy part. We have 2 life, and we still have double of these shockwaves in hand. We could have potentially still lived, maybe not. It really just depends. But we could have potentially still lived from these double shockwaves here to get out of an attack, and we still have, you know, all these all the stuff here. Destructive Sword of Thunder, Dot Q. Maybe not. Maybe not. That might be a little far-fetched because he would have gone 12, 24, 33. 38, 48, divided by 4. So he could have swung 12, right? 4 times. So we only could have gotten out of one of those, so maybe not. Maybe almost, but not quite. Okay, here we go, guys. Last game for this new Blackbeard version. This I'm calling it Event Beard, okay? This is Event Beard. We're going against a red-purple Luffy, okay? Volume's off, speed is on 2x. And like I said, guys, I don't think the EB02 cards are active in these games we're seeing. I believe I recorded these games right before the new release happened on the sim. You know, I don't think we had access to OP10 or EB02 or something like that. Okay, going to swing in for 5 there. We're going to go and trash the Tempest Kick Sky Slicer to turn off the on-play effects. We have the Lafitte established for next turn to do some card draw, and we're going to be able to start playing out these Burgesses here. If he swings for 5 with Zoro, he doesn't. But if he swings for 5 with Zoro, I think there would have been an argument to counter out with one of these Burgess. We'll take both of these hits to draw some cards here. He plays out 2 Namis. He doesn't get any of these on-play effects. He can't get on-play effects, guys. So here we go. Looks like we have 6 Dawn for the turn. We'll probably swing 6 into 4 there. That's gone. And then maybe play out this Dot Q, do some searching, play out a Burgess maybe. I like the idea of establishing a Burgess here, but we'll play out the Dot Q. We'll do a top search. We get a Lafitte here. We'll play this Lafitte out, grab the 10 cost. We'll play out another Lafitte. We'll trash a card for the turn, being Barrier. And there we go, guys. We kind of fixed a lot. Our opponent's probably not suspecting anything yet. They're just like, this is just a regular Blackbeard deck, when it's far from that, right? It's very much far from that. They swing 6 into there. We just countered 2 attacks basically with that, playing out like we did. They play out a Newgate, but it doesn't matter. They have no on-play effect. That is still a 6 life leader. I mean, a 6,000 power leader, excuse me. 3 life, well, 2 life now, but, you know, 6,000 power leader. We're going to play out the Lafitte. We just keep fixing our cards, guys, and we're just going to keep slamming these cards down and removing their cards from the board. I'm filling up my trash. I'm cycling through my deck. I'm swinging in these pesky 6K attacks, and now we've got a Burgess down. Trash the Liberation, and your turn. I probably should have trashed the Shockwave, to be honest, guys, because I think Liberation's actually a little bit more valuable, but also not the worst thing in the world. We get a Shigan Finger Pistol. It's not going to help us against this deck pretty much at all. Barrier, draw 2, trash 1. Now we're talking. We finally get one of our triggers. We've been trying to get those, right? But here we go, guys. Watch this. We're going to go ahead and play out this Marshall D. Teach, I think. We're going to swing in for 9 first. Trigger. He might have a trigger. Plays out Miss Double Finger. Doesn't matter. Okay. And now we're going to slam down the big boy here. I think that's what we're looking at. We could also sit on a bunch of counter events and play out the some Burgesses, but no. We're going to lock down the leader effect. We're going to make it where his Eustace Kid cannot attack, I think. Okay, no, we're going to make it where his where the Newgate cannot attack. We have 1 life. We actually have not much counter power. If he swung in with both of these, I'd have to block one with the Marshall D. Teach. He's going to swing in for 8. I'm just going to probably block this with Teach, because he can't really do much more this turn anyway. Yeah, block the big attack here. He's going to ramp with the leader effect. And now he's going to swing in for 5. We 1K counter out. He swings in for 7. We'll take it. And here we go, guys. I mean, I could potentially go for lethal this turn. So we're going to go 5 into 4 here, I think. No way he saves the Miss Double Finger, right? 5 into 4. Absolutely no chance in the world he saves this card, right? If he saves the card, we should probably go for lethal. I'm going to be honest. Okay, so it looks like we might do that now. Let's see what happens. We'll go in for 10 into 7. This should get a Radical Beam, or a Gum Giant. Does a 2K or something along those lines. Okay, he only has 1 card left in hand. So that means he can't use Gum Gum Giant. So we'll swing in for... He's at 7. I'm just calling his bluff here, guys. We're swinging in for 9. I'm saying you don't have it because you used it for the last attack, and now we're coming in for 12. We win. So, guys, when he did a 2K to get out of that attack, when it was a perfect setup for a Gum Gum Giant or a Radical Beam, I said, okay, then you don't have Radical Beam. You're not going to give me 2 cards when you could just give me 1. Unless they were bluffing, unless they were just trying to get me to go in for that final attack there. Who knows? Maybe that was the call. But no, we went all in there. Went in for 9. Calculated, not 10, but 9. We knew 7. There's no way he had it. But who knows? Like I said, if he'd baited us into that, that would have been incredible. Good game to my opponent. That was a fun one. All right, so that's it for Blackbeard. Now we got 6 more games, guys. We got 3 games of Gecko Moria now. 3 games of Gecko Moria. The volume is off. Speed is on 2x. First game is against Buggy. Okay, we got a game versus Buggy, and then Purple Black Luffy, and then Red Yellow Sabo, one of my absolute favorites. And here we go, guys. We're going to start off with a brand new search, and I think we completely whiffed that. I think we just filled up 3 cards in our trash. And, yeah, we sure did. But that's okay. In Gecko Moria, they're never really truly gone, right? We can actually get them back most of the time, if not all the time. So they're going to play out Mr. 3 Galdino to do a top search here for the cross-guild stuff, I believe. Or is it Baroque Works? I think it's cross-guild. They're going to swing in for 7. We're just going to take it. Sindri filling up our trash. We're going to swing for 6. Use the leader effect here. I'm looking what's in my trash. So I'm going to trash another Absalom. We're going to go ahead and play out the Perona, make him trash a card from his hand, and then we're coming in for 6. They're going to take that. Seems good, guys. Seems pretty good. And now they did get a Sanji pull-off trigger from that. I'm sure they're not too upset about that that transaction there. That situation there was not the worst thing in the world for them. They're going to trash Double Finger here, or excuse me, Dracula Mihawk to cheat out a Crocodile, which cheats out a Kabaji. Seems good. Again, not bad. They're going to swing for 5. Honestly, I should counter out of this. Let's see how greedy I choose to get here. We're about to be on 6 Dawn. We actually take it. Yeah, I think I should have countered out with a Dr. Hogback. That was just extreme greed, guys. Absolutely extremely greedy. So we do have an Ice Age, so we can pretty much deal with whatever we want to now. Good old Ice Age, am I right, guys? Good old-fashioned Ice Age. We can do anything we want now. But let's see what we choose to do. We'll swing in for 5. We'll swing in for 4. And I think we're just going to Ice Age the 7. We'll swing in for 6, cheating out the, trashing the Hogback, cheating out the Absalom. I'll put back some cards that don't really matter, popping the Crocodile, and your turn, sir. Your turn. So next turn we will be on 8 Dawn, by the way. We have a Subaru in the trash. We have an Absalom. Our board is looking pretty good, too. Let's see what they choose to do here. I think they just activated the stage. They're going to swing 3 and a 3. Yeah, don't care at all. We don't care about them taking out the brand new there. In fact, we want that in the trash. 5 and a 5. We're going to try to save the board a little bit here. I think we give it a 1K, and then if he swings in big, we'll let it go. Actually, 2K counter easy there, and he only has 5 cards left for his leader effect. Let's see what he does. Trashing the Mihawk, activating the Buggy leader effect, playing out another Crocodile. Very, very annoying. I'm not going to lie. But that's okay. That is all right. We'll go 2 and a 2. That card's gone, and now we'll go some 5s into 5s. So, guys, the biggest issue on the board right now is actually that Mr. 1 Dawes Bones. That's the card that probably has the most potential here to deal, you know, to, how do I say this, to pester me, because it could get very big. So I think what we're going to do here, let's see what we do. I don't even know what I do in this situation. I don't remember. Guys, I play so many games, sometimes I don't remember what I do. We might be going for a value Gecko. Yeah, so we go Kuzan plus brand new, fix some cards in our hand, pass the turn. Our board is completely stacked. They have no way to go for lethal this turn. They only have 3 characters, so we have 3 life, and we actually have like about 4K counter in hand. We should be completely fine. And we have some big characters for next turn and a Kuzan. The most important thing here is the fact that we have a Kuzan on the board. So now if we bring back what's his name, the 4-cost Absalom, we can pop pretty much whatever we want to. 6 into 5, yep. We're going to force this guy to do something here. He only has 9 Dawn. He can't do anything too crazy. He can't do like double leader activation or anything like that. So let's see what he chooses to do. He is going to trash the Buggy, play out the Dracula Mihawk, which is a blocker. But I don't know if that's going to help him, guys. That's the issue, is I don't think this is actually going to be able to help him here. It might be too little too late, right? It might be too little too late. They do pass the game a little bit prematurely. What was going to happen on this turn? I have Absalom's in my trash, right? I have this character on the board. So what we would be able to do in this situation is just go for game, like legitimately just go for game, right? We can actually play out the Hina in our hand for 3. And then with 3 more Dawn, well, let's do 4 Dawn, so 7 Dawn invested all together. We'll attach 2 to Gecko Moria to swing for 7 at face, and use 2 from our, you know, and pay the other 2 to play out the Absalom on top of the Hina we just put out. Just trash that. And then that will trash the Mihawk while we're swinging in for 7. And then from there, we can just swing for 7 more at face with Kuzan, -2 to this. Maybe we'd have to do 6. Maybe we'd go 6 at face and -4 to the Doflamingo. And then if they don't let this card go, we pop it with the remaining 3 Dawn with Brook or something along those lines. Maybe I miscalculated a little bit there. But the idea is, guys, they gave up because it's just, there's just nothing they can do. We can also just go for the board. I could literally swing 9 into this. I could go 9 into the Crocodile with the Gecko Moria. I can attach a single Dawn to my Kuzan, swinging 6 into it to -4 it, and then just get rid of it with Brook next turn, or excuse me, with the next player with Absalom. There were so many things we could have done there, guys. They left a little early, though. Okay. Next up, we have a game versus Purple Black Luffy. Here we go. Here we go. I will say this. I was a huge fan of Gecko Moria when it first came out. When Gecko Moria first came out, I thought, okay, maybe this is the black deck I'll start maining, because I started feeling like blue-black Sakazuki back then was feeling a little bit too strong, like in my personal opinion. Okay, they swing in very aggressively here, guys. We're just going to eat up this board. Seems good. And they had no turn 2 play. Without the turn 2 Zoro, this deck is much worse. Talking about Purple-Black Luffy. They're going to play out Black Maria, and let's see what they do with that. They're going to use the effect, swing for 7. We'll take this one, I'm sure. Nope, we'll counter out, just kidding. And then they will go back to the Dawn we have, down to 4, but then they will ramp more with their leader's effect. They got 2 back. But anyway, like I was saying, I think Gecko Moria is one of those decks that I just really enjoy playing. I think this is a really cool list. We will swing 5, we will swing 5, we'll swing 6, use leader effect, trash the Absalom, play the Absalom, throw some cards in the trash we don't care about, and boom, that Black Maria is gone. And we're just developing bodies and boards the whole time, guys. Gecko Moria is a fun deck to play. A very fun deck to play. They're going to swing in for 7. We get an Ice Age. Of course, we're not going to waste it on that Trafalgar Law. They get a Sanji. We have, what is that, 8 Dawn, I think? Yeah, we have 8 Dawn this turn. We can just do it a good old-fashioned, well, it's not going to be a huge value play, but we can do a value, Gecko Moria, or we could just play it out to get some Rebecca going. And yeah, we've got quite a few options, I believe. We have quite a few options, I believe. We'll swing for 5, Gecko Moria. Let's see what we have in store for this guy. Okay, we'll play out the Kuzan just to draw a card, -2 there and pass. So again, that was basically just a value Gecko. 6 into 5. Okay, I see this guy's trying to do something here, guys. Yeah, he's trying to do this. I had a feeling. I was like, no, we're going to save our board if that's the case. They're going to go 6 into 5. We're going to save it again. He cannot go for lethal with what he has here, so he's going to have to go for that Absalom. He pops the Kuzan with a Gum Gum Lightning, and now he'll probably clean up the board. Yep, we'll let it go this time. He'll go 12 into face. We'll take it. Now we have a Borsalino, and guys, we're in a pretty good spot. This is an 11 cost, guys. Am I about to take this card out? Hang on, I'm doing a little bit of math right now. This is an 11 cost Luffy. 11, right? All right, so we're gonna go play this out. We'll pull it. We'll pull we grab the. Hang on, pause. I'm going so fast here. Play out Rebecca for 4 Dawn, grabbing the Brook out of the trash, -1 to the cost of this guy, to the 10 cost Luffy. He is now a 10 cost character again because he was +1 from the leader's effect. Then we're going to Ice Age, drop him down to 5. Then we're going to Hell Meppo, drop him down to 2. And now, guess what? We're going to swing for 6 at face, pulling out a Absalom and getting rid of this card. And yeah, I'm telling you guys, I've talked about this before. I feel like Ice Age is what makes stuff like that possible, and I don't know if it should be or not. I don't know. You guys tell me. A lot of people think that it should be completely fine. Because I think I was going to win this game even without the Ice Age. It was almost just like an extra, you know, I probably could have tried to go for lethal next turn, guys. Who knows? GG, they're going to get out of that. They're just going to leave after we get rid of it. And yeah, I don't know what else they could do. I guess they could have played out a blocker, maybe. Played out a blocker. I mean, I don't know. What are you going to do? Top card, by the way. Top card's a Gecko Moria. You love to see it. Good game to my opponent. That was a fun one. I really enjoyed playing Gecko Moria. Like I kept trying to say, guys, we're about to go into a Red Yellow Sabo game now. Gecko Moria was the direction I thought I was going to start going with Black, and I thought that was the direction they were going to start making the, you know, the Black cards with a bunch of trash recursion. I really liked that idea. But then they started doing other stuff, like with Lucci, and then into Blackbeard. You guys know how it went. Okay, we got double Ice Age. We're pretty safe right now from anything in the world. You know, I feel so safe with that card in my hand. I don't know how else to say it, guys. I just feel so safe with it. Especially in this deck, in Gecko Moria, because we can keep recycling KO, like, nonstop. Okay, here we go. We're going to play out the Kuzan to draw a card. And I know I'm just messing with people right now, guys. By the way, that was double attack. We'll take it. That's fine with me. We'll swing for 7 here. Probably might just take it. Nope, we're at the 1K, 1K, 1K. Oof, that feels terrible. But let me say this, guys. I am kind of just picking on people a little bit, just kind of messing. Not picking on, but like messing with people. Because I know a lot of people absolutely love, you know, Ice Age in the game. But, again, it's just something. I always try to keep an open mind. That's all I'm going to say, guys. Is the card too strong? I feel like it could be, potentially. I'm not sure. We're going to play out an Absalom, swing in for 6, and we're going to play out this Brook. That's a pretty nice board, guys. I can promise whatever he plays next turn will not survive, right? Even without an Ice Age. Having Kuzan down and the Brook, yeah, that's... I feel like we should swing for 5 here, see what he does. We'll swing for 5. He takes it. Very nice. Now we can do things the way we want to here. Now we can actually get rid of the Cracker, right? We can get rid of the Charlotte Cracker here, I believe. We'll swing for 5. We'll go -4 to the Momonosuke. Perfect. We'll get rid of that. We have a whole nother play in store for this guy. Swing for 5. Gecko Moria. You guys know what's coming now. I don't know if I have the cards I need in my trash, though, to get rid of this card. Yeah, we might have to just go Helmeppo Absalom. Yeah. I guess... No, I think we just, yeah, I like this much better. Then we'll play out the Rebecca, play out the Brook. Double Brook? I don't know. Maybe that was the right play. I think we could have done that differently, guys. I will say this right now. Let me go back. Whoa, I just, like, double-clicked all over the place. Okay, so what I think I should have done here is this. Notice I was trying to do a Gecko Moria play or something, and then I changed my mind at the end because I was like, wait a minute, I don't have enough cards in my trash to do what I want to do. But what I should have done is actually swing 6 at face, -4 to the Cracker. And then 6 at face, pop the Cracker, 6 at face. I think that's how I actually should have done that turn. I think that would have been a much better turn. Or even, hang on, 1-6 here, 1-6 here. Just use this to pop the Cracker. And then what I could have done is played out the Helmeppo. Hang on, 1, 2, and I'd still have 6 on. Yeah, play out the Helmeppo, -3 to the Momonosuke if he did not use it, and then deal with things that way. So I think I did that a little bit... I don't think I did that as optimally as I could. Okay, so we swing for 5 here. And again, I could have just... like, afterwards, I'm realizing, like, wait a minute. I don't have the way to get rid of this Cracker. I can't get rid of it unless I do something else. Because I don't have a Helmeppo in my trash. That's the problem. The main problem is I don't have I don't have a Helmeppo in the trash. That's the issue. Or an Absalom for that matter, because then I could have gone Suru plus Absalom. There were a few things we could have done there. That's okay, though. We did deal with it. This way worked out just fine. He's going to go 9 into 5. There's no way we're going to let him have that. He's going to play out the Kikanojo, push that to life. But, hey, man, I got bad news for this guy. So we should swing in with Absalom. That'll probably play the Kikanojo. Then we can Kuzan to -4 it. And then we can start dealing with this. Yep, swinging for 5. It's going down there. What is going on? What is happening, guys? Yeah, swing for 5, -4 there. I guess some of these games, I can't even talk right now. It gets a little bit late, right, guys? It gets a little bit late. We'll pop that. Okay. And here we go. Play out the Gecko. Now we can do a... we'll replace these 2 cards. We'll use the Helmeppo first. Play out the Brook we already trashed. We can't replace it over the Helmeppo for some reason. But, oh well. We'll get rid of something there. Oh, excuse me, I didn't have it selected. I was like, wait, why can't I replace the Helmeppo? We got there, blocked that. Yeah, Gecko Moria, just doing Gecko Moria things. This is probably a wrap now, guys. Goodness gracious. We'll go in for 5. He can't even use that effect. We'll swing for 9. He gets a Kikanojo. Okay, we'll swing for 5 minus there. Yeah, why am I not just attacking for more, guys? This was not my best game, okay? Bear with me. We'll come in for 8. He does gain a life. He's going to get a Karasu here. Okay, can we deal with this card too? I think we can. We'll swing for this. and then we'll play this out. I think one of the reasons I'm not swinging for the most optimal numbers is I'm also trying to play around triggers. That probably has a lot to do with it. I'm trying to play around the fact that I don't want him to get a bunch of triggers, because Red Yellow Sabo runs extremely trigger heavy now. Okay, so they're going to use the Sabo effect to put a Lindbergh into life, grab the bottom card, push the Sabo to life, and they're going to swing for 8 into that guy. They finally got my guy there, and yeah, here we go. Swinging for 5. Swinging for 9, and I think we're going to go in for 15 here. Yep, and then they're going to go in that's game. So they only had 2, 4, 5. They can only get out of a 9K attack. Good game to my opponent there. Not my best game, guys. Not my best game, chill. But I was playing around triggers, I promise. Something like that. All right, now we got 3 games of Red Blue Marco. We got 3 games of Red Blue Marco running a version I have showed off on the channel before of like this Revo Army style of the list, right? So, okay, this first game we got against Purple Luffy, and then the next game is Purple Black Luffy, and then we have Reiju. Okay, so we got some pretty spicy games to end on. We're going to push that card to the top of our life. I don't think we, or to the bottom of our deck, rather. I don't think we want that card. We swing it for 8. They take it. Going first against Purple Luffy is such a big deal, guys. Going first against Purple Luffy is a very big deal. Always try to snatch it from them if you can. No matter what you're playing for the most part, unless your first is just that much better than theirs. They're going to swing for 6. I think we can 2K counter, because remember, guys, that Koala is not a minus 3K in this deck, because my leader is not Revo Army, unfortunately. They're going to play out a Zoro Juro, and they're going to do a top search here. We're going to swing it for 5. Just give me one of your cards here. He should give me something. And then let's see what we choose to do. We're probably just going to slam down an Emporio Ivankov. Yep. Play out this Emporio Ivankov. Let's see. We did get it on play effect. We got very lucky there with the top reveal for that 3-cost Ivankov. And we're not complaining. We're not complaining when that kind of stuff happens. And guys, we've kind of hit this perfect curve now with a 5, 7, 9 curve, potentially. We'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what we can pull off here. But I don't think we can quite pull off the Sanji, unfortunately. Because we can't like use the leader's effect on the turn. We would want to play it right on curve. They're going to play out the Luffy Taro, playing out the Sangoro, and here we go. They're actually in a very good position here, but I think we need to start going for cards. Let's go for the board. Let's get cards out of hand. Let's diminish our opponent's hand size. We're going to swing 6 into 6. It's gone. We're going to attach it on for free here. We're going to go -2 to that card. We're going to pop it. We're going to go 6 more into 6. Now he has to give me a 2K counter. We'll swing for 5, literally just to draw a card. That was the only reason for that. And now we've got a decent hand. It's nothing crazy, but our board is actually something pretty ferocious, right? Our board is actually pretty intimidating. They're down to 6 cards in hand. We went up to 6 cards, and our board is full. They're going to go 6 into 4 there. We got to let that card go. Unfortunate. 8 into 6. We also we could have countered out of that one. I think we probably should have tried to save that one, but that's okay. 13 into 8. I did not expect him to do that, guys, because the number 1 card I was trying to protect was the Newgate. The Newgate was the main card I wanted to protect there. So we'll do this. We will go -2. We'll go -2 probably the Zoro. After I do this, yep. And now we can swing 6 into 4. Let's see if he tries to save it. He actually does try to save it, which was very interesting to me. I thought he was going to, I did not think he was going to do that. Let me say right now, I did not think he was going to do that. So we're still going to get rid of the Luffy Taro. It's the bigger threat. I thought he was going to let the Zoro Juro go, and I was going to Fire Fist to pop the Luffy Taro, and I thought we were going to be just like running away with this game. He aggressively countered out to save that Zoro there, even knowing my Newgate could pop it. That was the wild part, right? That was the really weird part. Okay, we're not going to let him have it this time, guys. Not happening. We can go 2K, 2K, 1K, and now even if he swings in for 9, we have a 2K to get out of it. That's what he tried to do. We got him this time, guys. We caught him slipping. All right, here we go. Let's start with the leader effects. Can we get anything good? Okay, we can put that on top of our deck. We'll swing 6 into 4. This guy's a maniac with that. He is a maniac. So we're going to play out the Sanji, getting the card we set there. Of course, it was nothing we could get. We double Fire Fist and Dragon, but still, we got a 9 cost 9K and a 5 cost 6K from that interaction. We're in a very good position here. But the game's not over, guys. This game is not over. Volume's off. Speed is on 2x. Yeah, guys, this is just a long game. They're going to go 10 into 8. They got us that time. We can't save it. But we did just get an Emporio Ivankov. Very nice. So we can set this card to the top. But I think we're just not going to worry about it. I'd rather keep the 2K in hand. We're going to poke for 5, get a card out of their hand, and then drop them down to hopefully 0 life this turn. 7, 7, 9. 7, 8, 9. Okay, we'll take that, and then we'll play out the Imperial Ivankov. We're just going to go for something on top of our deck. It doesn't matter. It's okay. It's a Bello Betty. I think we chose to put it on the bottom. We might have kept it on top, actually, because we could do some searching for Dragon or something like that. But my opponent is in a very, very rough position. Yep, Law into Kuma there. That card's gone. And now, if they're going to play out like a 9-cost Linlin, maybe, or a 9-cost Luffy, if they don't have a 9-cost Linlin, I think the game might just be over. Unless they have enough Gum Gum Giants in hand, I guess that is an option. Luffy Taro into Onami. They're going to trash a card to draw 2. They have a blocker now and 2 Dawn. They'll go 6 and a 6. I have to save this card, guys. I have to keep my board at this point in the game. It's too important. That card is actually massive right now, guys. That card is actually huge in this situation. And that Ivankov's not exactly terrible, but I think we end up bottom decking it. We'll play out this. Watch this, guys. We will probably pop both of these. Let's swing for 5 first, see what he does. I should have played out the Sabo, but I wanted to see what I would draw. Okay, we're going to use it now to pop those 2 cards. We'll go in for 7. We'll go in for 7. We'll go in for 9. There's Gum Gum Giant. We'll go in for 7 more. See what he gets. Maybe another Gum Gum Giant. He has to... We still have a 9K attack coming in here, guys. Here we go. Coming in for 9. He gave me a 2K, 1K. There's a Giant. Trashes that card. Draw 2, trash 1. He's going to give a 2K counter, and there we go. But here's the problem. He is now down to 6 Dawn, guys. Or, excuse me, 7 Dawn for the turn. He goes 8 into 6. You can have that. And then he should go 6 into 4. That card's gone for sure. Yeah, that was well played. But now what is he going to do? He does Queen there to go down another Dawn. And he has 1 Dawn active. Okay, we're going to use the leader effect immediately to see if we can just blast through this Queen card. And then I think we're just going to go lots of 9s here, guys. Lots of 9s. Okay, we go for 7. I don't think I should have done that. He does give me a 2K, 1K. We'll go 7 more. Now he has to give me a blocker or the... he can't... Excuse me. So he can't use Gum Gum Giant. Once he revealed that, guys, once he revealed he only had 1 card left in hand, he can no longer activate his Gum Gum Giant. So 7's going to go through, and then 9's obviously going to go through after that. Or 7 was going to get hit by the blocker, and 9 was going to go through. Good game to my opponent there. That was a fun one. Now we got a game versus Purple Black Luffy. I've said this before as well, guys. I wish more than anything Red Blue Marco was a Revo Army leader instead of Red Blue Marco. Like, I wish they would literally just print a Revo Army leader that does exactly word for word what Marco does. Just give me that card. Just give me that leader and call him Kuma or call him Dragon. I don't care what you call him. Make him red and blue and everything, and we could just have a good old time with that. Red and yellow wouldn't be too bad, but I think red and blue makes more sense for what this leader effect does. So swing for 5, swing for 5. We're getting a little bit aggressive here. He should counter out of this. Gives me a 2K counter. Very nice. And, yeah, that was about as good a turn as we can get. We got full value from our Bello Betty. He'll probably smash into that here, but maybe not. Maybe he won't because he has 3 Dawn left. Let's see what he does. Because normally I would just take this first hit, guys. He's going to use some type of effect there to bottom deck the Betty and then swing 6 at face to keep the aggression up. Sure, I guess. I don't think that was the best play there, but that's fine with me. We give him a 2K counter in that situation, and we're just going to slam an Ivankov. Yep, slam that. Play out the 3-cost Ivankov. We actually get lucky and get this top card here. We're going to grab the 2K counter back to hand. That was complete luck there, guys. We take it every time, though. There are quite a few options that can hit in this deck, so it's not like the luckiest thing in the world. It's probably like a 1 out of 7 or 1 out of 8 chance to hit a card we need. I don't know exactly. I just kind of guessed, but if I had to guess, that's what it would be. So they're going to play out the Black Maria here, pushing up to 10 Dawn, going back down to whatever we were at 5, and then they ramp 2 with their leader effect. Okay, so here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and do a top search here, see what we get. I do have a Kuma that can just get rid of this Black Maria, no problem. Okay, it looks like we might just push a card to the bottom of the deck. We'll give -3 there. We will swing 5 into 3. Unfortunately, we messed up the ordering there. We didn't get to draw a card because we didn't play out the Kuma first, so that was just a mistake. That was just a blunder. In fact, what we could have done was play out the Kuma, popping the Black Maria, play out the Duval, setting the top 3 cards so I knew exactly what I would draw, getting like a 2K counter or something, and protecting my character on the next turn. But instead, we just made a huge, massive blunder. So awesome. You love to see it. You love to see it. Okay. So now we're just going to probably swing 6, swing 7. And then do the play that I already said I was going to do. That's the funny part, guys. We just wasted that completely. Let me make sure. Did we actually do what I said? Yeah, right here. Minus that. Yeah, then we attach a Dawn, we swing in, and we don't get to draw a card. Yeah, so that was just embarrassing, guys. That's okay. We'll swing in for 7 with the leader, like I said, and then we'll play out the Akuma and the Duval, and we'll set things the way we need them. They did use an effect there, guys. I think they used a Gum Gum Giant. Wait, is that correct? They used a Gum Gum Giant right there, guys. Right there, they used Gum Gum Giant. Going down to 5 Dawn. We pop their Black Maria. And now what are they going to do, guys? We have a blocker to protect our board. Their whole board's gone. And we should have drawn 1 extra card that turn. And let's see what we would have revealed. Let me see what Duval would have revealed, guys. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So what we should have done there is we should have set it where Pudding was on top. And then the next card we draw for next turn would be Ivankov. Because remember, when we attack it after that with the Ivankov, we would have drawn the card on top, the 2K counter in this case. And then we'd have drawn straight into an Ivankov on the following turn. And then everything would have gone better there. So that was definitely just a play mistake, guys. But hey, it worked out. What is my opponent going to do now? That's my question. My question is, what on earth is my opponent about to do here? Your guess is as good as mine. This is not a good position to be in. Okay, and remember, guys, we watch these on 2x speed. Sometimes people are deep in the tank. Top Knot's going to get rid of my card there. That was interesting. Okay, we can just counter out of this. I think we should. Yep, and we know an Ivankov is coming on the top of our deck here. And let's see what happens. Just waiting on our opponent to pass the turn back. And we know under this is when we play out the Ivankov, it is a Pudding and Akuma. So we know we won't whiff, but it's also not the greatest thing in the world, right? We'll go swing in for 7. Let's see what they do. This is a tough spot to be in for my opponent. They're going to go ahead and take that. We'll play out Dragon. I think we might go super aggressive here, saying, hey, what do you got? Yeah, triple 1K. Now we're going to use this effect to sort out our cards here. We'll probably put the Kuma to the bottom, maybe. Or we put the 5 cost to the bottom. I guess my board's good enough. And I don't attack in to give him a card. I probably should have attacked in, to be honest. I don't know if there was like that big of a deal to not attack in there. There was no chance he could get rid of my dragon. And I have the blocker. I have 3 life. Who cares if he has 1 card if he goes down to 0 life. But okay, let's see what happens here. Let's see what our opponent does. They are deep in the tank. They're in a very terrible position. This is an awful position to be in. I have the blocker, the 3 life, like I said. I have more cards on the board in life and in hand than my opponent. This is not the position he wants to be in. He does play out a Kaido, which is a very good thing to do there. He gets rid of my card. I'm just going to let all this stuff, I'm just going to counter out of everything and take that last hit. We get another 5 cost Ivankov. All right, here's the 2K counter. We knew it was on top of our deck from the Duval search. And now, guys, they do have a blocker. So we're going to do a top search here. Let's see what happens. We're going to bottom deck something. Drop that by 2. We'll Gravity Blade those cards out of the way. We'll go in for 8. He has to have 2K, 2K. Now he has to have 2K, 2K, 1K. Doesn't have any of that. Good game. So, yeah, there you go, guys. That was how that one went. Let's go to the next one. And we got one more versus Reiju. I really love Red Blue Marco, guys. I wish so bad this was some type of Revo leader for what I'm trying to pull off here. And this would become a deck. This would probably become my main. Like, if this was a Revo leader where I had more Revo army synergy, like with my Karasus and my Koalas and stuff like that, guys, this would just probably become my main overnight, like instantly. Okay, so we're going to set things up there. We're going to do a search. We played out the Bello Betty. We got it late, I believe. We're going to swing in for 7 after fixing everything. And there we go. Now it's my opponent's turn. We do have the Emporio Ivankov where we have the Emporio Ivankov where we can definitely pull off tricks next turn. They're going to swing for 7 into 5. We're just going to take that. We get a Fire Fist. That's actually very good in this situation. Let's see what happens, though. We're going to look at the top cards of the deck. I think I put that pudding on top. I put the pudding on top. We'll go 7 into 5. This will take a 2K, 1K to get out of. Sanji, Niji. Sounds good to me. We'll go minus that there, and we're just going to get rid of this card. I decided that card cannot survive. After they went down to 3 cards in hand, it's like, no, that card's got to go, guys. I couldn't decide if I wanted to go 3 like this or 3 like this. What's wrong with me? Or 3 like this, maybe. Whatever the case is, I decided they're not keeping that card. Watch them have another one, though. They do a draw with the leader effect. Will they cheat out a card here? Let's see. No, they do not have a card to cheat out. We're going to play out this Newgate. We'll minus to the Porsche, whatever. Pop it with the Newgate. And we're coming in for 8. They're down to 6 Dawn, by the way, so they don't have a lot they can do here. They're going to play out another Porsche. They're going to do a top search here. They grab out the Akiji, and they're going to minus 2 there. And I do have quite a bit of counter power. We're going to save this card. They're going to go 9 into 6. I got a 2K, 2K, guys. They're not getting this card. And now I can so easily deal with this board. It's not even funny, right? Okay, well, we end up getting another new gate. That's pretty good. And now I think we're just going to swing. We're going to play this card out, do these effects here, pop that. We're swinging in for 8. It's going to go through your turn. That is not the board you want to see as a Reiju. I can tell you that much right now. We've popped through 2 Ikiji so far. They're going to play out the they're going to trash Vinsmoke Judge. They're looking for something to play out to fix their hand here. Yeah, they need Reiju. They need the 4-cost Reiju right here, or the 2-cost or something. They trash the Ikiji. They get back the 4-cost Ikiji. They're going to play him out again. Goodness gracious. 5 in there. We're going to take it. 7 into 5. We're going to take that too. Or we counted out of 1 and we took the other, excuse me. And here we go. We're going to grab the Ivankov with the Bello Betty. Look at the top cards. I can just set the... Actually, I put that card back. I have other plans this turn, guys. We have got other plans this turn. I don't know why I didn't do things the way I was saying where I could adjust everything. We're coming in for 7. This should go through. Yeah, they're going to take that, and now we're looking at potential lethal for next turn, and we have some good 2K counter in hand. So real quick, guys, I did blunder this turn right here. Let me just explain what we should have done. Where is... No, it's right here. Pause. So I just revealed the top card of my deck with this effect here. That's what that Gravity Blade Raging Tiger is. What I should be doing is setting a card to the top of my deck, which is this Pudding, and then I can play out the Imperial Ivankov, revealing it and drawing it back to my hand and getting full card advantage, where I don't actually miss a, I don't miss a beat with the with everything going on there. Because I can still get rid of everything on the board, guys. And then look, I just whiffed that 4-cost Lindbergh search. That's fine. I probably put it on the bottom of the deck though, to be fair. So it probably wasn't a total waste. Okay, only swinging for 7, have 4 Dawn active here, trying to get every card out of my opponent's hand as possible. They play out the Porsche here, they play out a Reiju, they're going to cheat out the Reiju, almost guaranteed. Actually, they've got 6 cards in hand now. No, excuse me, yeah, they play out the Ikiji, now they can do it to draw the cards, play out the Niji, bouncing back my Ivankov. I'm not too upset with that, it's not the worst thing in the world, and I can just deal with this board. Bottom deck that, pop that. Man, once you get those those Edward Newgates going with Marco, guys, it's a wrap. It is over. We're going to swing 7, swing 9 here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this one's probably going through. Your turn. This guy better deal with this, and he only has 6 Dawn to deal with it. Uses the search effect of his stage. He's going to play out the Porsche here. Let's see what he does with that. Plays out the Tony Chopper. Very nice with the Porsche's effect. And they're going to swing for 6. I think we should 2K counter out. Yeah, I don't think we should get too greedy here. They play out some choppers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about right here, guys. We're going to go in for 9. We're going to play this out and pop that card. We're going for 9. And then I think we're just going to go in for everything on the leader. Okay, well, actually, since that survived, we can still go in for 6, go in for 7. Okay, yep. Okay, they got out of it. Here we go. They did get out of it. This makes things a little bit more interesting. This makes things a little more interesting. They're going to play out Judge. And they're going to do everything Judge does. You guys know what Judge does by now. Just fills out the whole board with the little characters, and then they cheat out the big ones. He tried to cheat out a Reiju, but there is no Reiju, right, guys? I already got rid of that. Swings into the board. He probably should have gone for lethal. He may have potentially been able to go for lethal there, guys. We'll swing in for 9. GG. That was a good game. That was a fun one, and it was a great one to end on. Reiju's still strong, guys. Reiju is still strong, okay? It is. Trust me. I know some people are like, yeah, right. No, it is. Trust me. It's strong. But yeah, so here we go, guys. I'll go backwards in reverse now. Just to summarize with this list, I love everything about how this list functions. I don't think this card is necessary for the Revo version. I just don't think we need it. I think I'd rather have more potential answers, more potential cards like this Sabo and other Revo Army searchable cards. So this list was working out very well, and it was very fun to play, and it felt like it had all the answers. I just wish there's one thing this deck doesn't have, and it is the fact that the leader is Whitebeard Pirates and not Revo Army. That is the one thing I don't have for this list, guys, because if I did, all of a sudden this Koala does minus 3,000 power, and all of a sudden this Karasu for red, where is it? This card right here, then I could use the on-play effect as well, and I think then it would be very much worth running. The card might still be worth running, period, because I can cheat it out with tempo with Emporio Ivankov, which is pretty insane. And remember, guys, you can just set the card you want with your Marco if you need to. But the point is, I can cheat this out very reliably. But the thing is, the on-play effect doesn't matter for us because we're not a Revo Army leader. The win attacking effect can still be used if your army's Revo Army or not. But the on-play effect is still a big part of using Karasu. It's a big part of it. But yeah, other than that, Sabo is out now. When I last tried this version of the deck or whatever. EB02 was not out. Maybe there's an idea to start including this for a 2K counter. I don't know, though, because at the same time, remember, guys, you want these little 2-cost utility cards like this for your Imperial Ivankov, and this is a 4-cost. So, yeah, this can be cheated out better with the Ivankov, but not so much with the 5-cost Ivankov, but not with the 3-cost Ivankov. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But there is another card we do have to really consider for blue for Dressrosa, or excuse me, well, yeah, I think it is Dressrosa, but I meant to say Revo Army. It is this card. This is another 2K counter we have access to for red and blue that we might want to mess around with, and, you know, yeah, just we might want to mess around with. All right, that's it for now for this one, guys. Let's go ahead and head over back to the Gecko Moria list. Gecko 9. This list felt very strong, even though I made some pretty suboptimal plays this game. Bear with me, guys. I play so many different decks. You know, I don't mean to make excuses. No excuses. But I play so many different decks. Every now and then I get rusty with one versus the other. You guys know how it goes. But let me just say this. Even as rusty as I was, and I admittedly was very rusty with it, this leader is just pure quality. I really love how this leader works with the trash and stuff. It has very good cards like Absalom. And when you combine it with the Navy package, seems good. Seems really good. I won't talk too much about this one. No rule revisions to speak of. And then last but not least, we got to go to Event Beard. What did you guys think of this one, guys? Any potential here? I know it's a little bit of a meme, but understand this, guys. One of the things that Marshall D. Teach struggles with, of course, is hand size and drawing cards. Well, in this version of the deck, I was trying to just exploit that as much as possible. And if we go to, let me go to events one more time. Let me type event and go to the black cards. If we can put one more card right here that does like some draw card effects or some type of draw card effect, that would be insane. Like maybe, was it Soap Sheep? No, it's not this one. Maybe even Negative Hollow would be a fun card to include in this deck, guys. What do y'all think about Negative Hollow? But yeah, whatever the case is, maybe we can find one more card that draws cards for us, and then we can, you know, maybe this new card coming out in OP10, draw 2, trash 1. And again, it's more Dressrosa support, but we just don't care. We're just using it to trash with our leader effect, and then we're just using it to, you know, for the trigger. So we'll have to see what happens. If we can fit in some Dressrosa cards, that would also be another option. Maybe with all this Dressrosa support like Gum Gum King Kong Gun, and if we mess around with Gum Gum Rhino Schneider, maybe we actually start messing around with the idea of running a few of this card. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think there could be something there. I do think it's kind of fun. It's at least fun, right? It's at least something fun to mess around with. Not saying it'll be great or anything, but there could be something there. We'll have to figure it out. All right, that's it, guys. I'm done. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. Oh, one more thing is I think we should definitely include the 6-cost event, though. That is one thing I think we should definitely include. And if I were to drop these Trino Bastardos right now, I would go up this 2 event, like, just right away. Because, like I said, guys, when I last tested this list, EB02 stuff and OP10 stuff were not legal yet. So, yeah. All right, now I'm done. Hope y'all enjoyed. Tell me what y'all thought about this one. I really want to know what people think about this leader in particular with this kind of style here. Is there anything there? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? All right. Guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe. If you've not, please do not forget to like and subscribe if you have not already. Hope you guys enjoyed. Big shout out to everybody who's supporting my channel, guys, whether you're liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, viewing, whatever you're doing. Big shout out to the VV Pirates Playmat supporters over here. Hope you guys are enjoying your playmat. Then, of course, all the VV Pirates YouTube members, thank you guys so much. I have to update this list. I have to find a whole new way to start doing this outro, guys, where I thank everybody. We might just have to put in sections like thank you to all the VV Pirate YouTube members, thank you to all the patrons, thank you to the Patreon members, and thank you to everybody who's bought the playmat. That might just be my best way to go from now on, guys. We'll see what happens. We might be adjusting this in the future. But until then, thank you to all the VV Pirate YouTube members, of course. Thank you guys so much. It helps me out big time. And, of course, the VV Pirate Patron page, people who are donating just to help out the cause, trying to keep the dream alive, trying to keep the ship afloat, and all that good stuff. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Hope y'all enjoyed. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, guys, and don't forget to hop on the stream tonight, guys. Don't forget to hop on the stream. All right, till next time. Peace.